Hello, my name is Martin Wardowitz, and I'm one of the kinesiologists here at the Woodgrove Pines Clinic. This is our gym, and these videos, they are intended just to give you a little taste of what we can provide and offer as our services. Now, of course, some of these videos might not be up to your capabilities, which is why I highly recommend that you come on in, book yourself an assessment, and that way I can tailor the exercise specifically to you. Hope you enjoy the videos, and good luck. Hello, and welcome. Here is our fall prevention exercise videos. We are going to begin by grabbing ourselves a chair or something that we can reach onto just in case we happen to lose our balance. Safety is always first. These three exercises, we're trying to transfer practicality of the exercise into real life situations. So practical exercise, real life situations lead to better results. We'll begin with the first exercise, which is transferring weight from left to right. Transferring weight from left to right is how we walk. In our gait, we'll transfer from left to right. Sometimes we transfer onto a foot, misstep, and we have to balance before we can place our left foot or opposite foot down. We will proceed with a practical situation of swaying left and right. Depending on how you feel comfortable, the chair can there can be two chairs, one on the left side, one on the right side. So when you're swaying left and right, you can grab hold of each chair, or you can simply face the chair. So just in case if something were to happen, you can place your hands on top. To begin with, it doesn't matter how far you are with your stance, but the goal is to eventually raise that foot behind you higher and higher each time. Eventually, you might want to give yourself a bit of a leap, and if you can, really swing those arms around to change the posture and balance of your body so you can adjust to. If this is a beginner exercise for you, simply hold on to the chair with one hand and just transfer from one leg to the other and move the arm that's not stabilizing on the chair around to give yourself a chance to balance from left to right. Exercise 2 is walking in tandem line. So the goal here is to go from heel to toe, heel to toe. Your goal is to be able to go forward and backwards without having to use the chair for balance. Once again, you can have a chair on your left-hand side and a chair on your right-hand side. The goal also is to control the steps and movement. Don't rush, don't speed, and try everything with slow control. If this is your first time to this exercise and it's something that you're not really comfortable with, just do one step at a time. So transfer onto your right foot, then lean back, transfer back on to your right foot. So I'm just using one side and I'm only doing one step, and then switch so that you can also perform the same exercise on the opposite limb. And from the side, what that would look like is you can have two hands if needed. Forward step, back step. Forward step, back step. Eventually, you want to place as much weight on the foot that's stepping forward and backwards. And then you will transfer over, switch limbs, place more weight on this foot. I'm overemphasizing. I don't need to lift this foot that's in the middle and that's not moving down, but to really bring my point across, the foot that steps down in front and behind is the limb that you want to place most of your weight on because that's the foot you're balancing on. Great work. Here's your third exercise here. Very straightforward. When we walk and we miss, let's say, our step or we trip, the hip is responsible for that first line of action. You've probably seen in a lot of videos where someone turf toes, steps on their toe, and they need to lift their foot up as fast as they can to catch themselves with that same foot that they tripped on. So it's this hip flexion that's really required for strength. Keeping it basic without equipment, but that's something that you can look into by tying some bands around your feet. You're just gonna stand towards, you can lean up against the wall, hold on to the chair from the side, and just lift up your knee as high as you possibly can. Maybe add some pressure if you want, push down on that knee, and then hold for 15 to 20 seconds, building some endurance and strength. Once you're capable of doing that, you can work more on these hip power movements to build some strength in that area with control. Don't just swing your body forward and back, keeping the core neutral. Well, core stabilized, spine is neutral, just using the hip as the prime mover, forward and back, forward and back. If you want to take it down a step because it's your first time and possibly struggling to stand or lean up against a wall, same thing can be done on a chair, like so. You can even rest your hands on top for additional resistance. And that's all we're doing, is we're trying to mimic that kick effect, hip flexion. We'll try to catch our step. So there you have it. Those are your 3 exercises. And as I mentioned in the beginning, if possibly this is something that you'd like to explore in different ways, or this is an exercise that you'd love to do, but you just don't feel comfortable in them, come on down to Woodgrove Pines Clinic and book an appointment with Marty. I'll be more than happy to build you a tailorized program that's specific to your needs. Thank you very much.